Come and join me as we go ahead and fly past new horizons in the game, Mars Horizon, which has just come out. I'm very much looking forward to playing this, exploring space, especially our solar system, which I think is all that we are kind of limited to. But I've played a little bit around here and it is very, very fun, I've got to say. It's pretty much right up my alley, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this just as much as me. So let's go ahead and start off a new game. We do have a couple of space agencies which we can select. Of course, the Europeans and NASA. It can also be the Soviet Union, being Russia. But of course, we do play as a Soviet Union because there is we start off around the 1950s during the space race. We've got China and Japan at the moment. Unfortunately, no Australia, but I guess maybe that's included in NASA. Australia's only just recently started up their indigenous space agency. I think about 2 or so years ago, but it's pretty niche, and I mean, really, we're just hanging off the coattails of the Americans. But let's go ahead and start off as, I guess, the ESA, an intergovernmental organization of 22 member states. The European Space Agency is dedicated to the peaceful exploration of space, I guess, as opposed to the militaristic exploration of space as the NASA and the Soviets. But let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got. We've got a 50% plus reward for joint missions. Science income bonus from friendly and allied diplomatic relationships can increase by 50%, and double the chance of being offered joint missions. So they're huge on partnerships, although to be quite honest, I'm quite the introvert and would prefer to do things my own way, so maybe the Americans could be better. The Soviets, of course, have cheap labor, or at least cheap astronauts, which I assume also the Chinese do. Cheap building and research costs, that makes sense. And I guess the Japanese are quite advanced in terms of science. But let's go ahead and start off with Europe. I guess we can also customize our agency. But I'll start off with what the game gives us. I'll also include the tutorial just for now, so we can go ahead and explore a little bit. And because I'm not too crash hot on the game just yet, I'm still learning. So, welcome, Director. You are, so bit of a change from El Presidente, of course, but you are entrusted with guiding our agency through the dawning space age and far beyond. Make use of our diplomatic expertise to promote international cooperation and scientific innovation, and place our agency at the forefront of humanity's voyage into space. Only by working together can we realize feats long thought impossible. With your leadership, we will uncover the mysteries of the solar system and perhaps one day make humans make a multiplanetary species. Bonne chance, Director. So I guess these guys in the ESA speak French as their main language, but let's go ahead and check out what the tutorial is prompting us. The solar system screen is your gateway to the various aspects involving your agency. So basically, this is just giving us a brief run through. I will go through the tutorial because it is, I guess, quite helpful. Also, let's get on to some research, which I think we already have researched the test launch, so that's all good. We also have different eras. That, of course, this is the dawn of spaceflight, so we are quite primitive in our space exploration. We also have buildings and vehicles which we can start researching as well, which is quite useful because there's so many things. This is going to be quite a lengthy Let's Play. Let's hopefully hope that we will get through all of this because there's quite a bit. And to be honest, I have been missing the YouTube itch. I mean, I've been having the YouTube itch, but I haven't really been satiating it. So I think I actually need to be researching something. So we've got 113 a turn. We also get, so we get 110, I guess, but we get a 3% increase from the United States, which is very nice of them. So that gives us the artificial satellite, which gives us a mission that we can unlock, really. Let's go to Earth. And now we need to select a mission, which of course is just a test launch. I mean, we need to get started somewhere, and a test launch is a pretty damn good place to get started. Now, all of these missions, they're pretty much races as well. So to get these bonuses and yeah, to get these bonuses, you essentially need to be first, second, or third, and no one really cares what comes after that. So let's go ahead and plan this mission. Select the vehicle. You know what? I'm gonna run through the tutorial. I mean, it is me just clicking through things, but I just want to make sure we get everything right, because knowing me, I am gonna get things wrong quite embarrassingly. So of course here we need to make sure our booster and the booster can lift the upper stage up, and we also have a launch pad that is able to, I guess, hold the launch all together, making sure not everything falls apart. So let's go ahead and confirm. So we've got a $80,000 I guess build cost. Takes 2 months, which is just 2 turns really, 1 month a turn. And unfortunately, because this is the very first thing that we are building, we can't really do anything other than just build the sounding rockets. So we're not getting too advanced just yet. This is a pretty stock standard looking rocket, quite plain Jane really. So let's go ahead and continue and build this vehicle. Vehicle approved. That is quite quick considering all the red tape that Europe comes across, but I'll take it. So now that the sounding rocket is constructing, it's time to build a launch pad capable of launching it. Well, that would be quite an idea, wouldn't it? So we are still researching the artificial satellites, but small launch pad will come along. So yes, they're just briefing us so we get credits. We also get research, and then we also get diplomatic points, I guess, approval. We also have past events and current events which are coming up. Well, current events which are coming up is not really the correct syntax, is it? Let's go ahead and click future events next month. So world rotates just a little bit. We also have finished our research of the mission. No, we have not actually. I thought we would have finished it a little bit quicker, but clearly not. I don't actually need to be researching. That's what I currently am, the artificial satellite. What I should be researching is a small launch pad. So I wonder what happens. Are you sure you want to change your active research? This will replace artificial satellites with small launch pad. Any progress made on artificial satellite will be retained. So that's important to know. So let's change the research, get this going, and head over into the next. Well, this is also quite handy because sometimes the events are a couple of months in advance, so you can just click next event instead of clicking next month 10 or so times. So we've got the launch pad research complete. We've also got the test vehicle complete. Mighty looking vehicle, and I just keep on clicking and we'll keep on missing what it's saying, but basically we're just previewing what's ahead of us. So now we've got that small launch pad. Let's go back to the artificial satellites. And let's go with the active mission. Right. So of course I need to actually build the base. So what does confuse me a little bit is that when you click on the Earth, it gives you this menu. So it doesn't actually take you to Earth. You need to click on your base. And here we go. Here it gives us quite a different view of the world. So we can have a closer look at what's around here. Don't know if we can actually expand much more than this, but this gives us what we need. So what I need right now is just the small launch pad. So as we can see, there are a couple of different things which we can build here as well, and they give us different modifiers. So as you'll be able to see, on the bottom right hand corner, if I place it here, it gives us a decreased vehicle build time, but also lowers the payload reliability. So that's definitely not something that we want. I think the easiest place to build it here is right next to the, I guess, the space creation sites. What is this called? It is called like the hangar, isn't it? Vehicle hangar. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Right. So hopefully you guys are going to be enjoying the Let's Plays, even though I guess the channel has well and truly died. But I'm looking forward to actually just creating regular content, because it is definitely something that I do miss, to be quite honest. I mean, it's always like, geez, should I start playing this YouTube game? And I look at other people and they've already smashing out the content. So, but this is a game that I've really been enjoying just playing around with the tutorials. So I thought, you know what better time than now, right? Of course, Farming Simulator was supposed to be like released the new. It's been 2 years since the last one, but they released a expansion for the latest one, which is a little bit sad. So I need to wait until the small launch pad is complete, which is another month. That's all right though. So now we can finally launch, or schedule the launch really. So here we can go launch date. And of course, there's only certain times, just like in real life, there's optimal times and times where you shouldn't really be launching. So we can choose when to launch. As you can see, August is a sub-optimal launch date, minus 20% launch reliability penalty, which we do not want because, of course, this is our very first rocket, and it is going to probably end in failure because, I mean, I've never heard of a country launching a rocket and it being a success the very first time. So, I mean, I am El Presidente and I am capable of many different things. But I think even that is a bit of a stretch for me. So let's go ahead and select that date and confirm the mission setup. There we go. So, of course, you need to approve the rocket to be built, and then you actually need to approve the launch date. So there's quite a bit there that you need to do. So artificial satellite research complete. And now we've unlocked the moon. As if the moon didn't exist already. But now we can actually do missions to the moon. And here is the day we've all been waiting for. The test launch of the rocket. We only have a 25% launch success rate, I guess. But here we go. Our ESA troopers working out in the background, making sure we have a successful launch. And this is not looking good at all. It's raining. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Geez, that is one small rocket. We have quite the setup for it. So the bad conditions just make everything look to be much worse. GCs is going to be nasty. But let's go launch. You know what? Definitely count down in French as well. I guess in American they'd be counting down in English, which is cool. So far so good. We've lifted off. We're going quite high. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I like the little graphics though. They look pretty cool. But into flight, engine failure. Wonder how far we actually got up. But we get some experience with the rockets, and of course we learn with every rocket launch, which is important. So NASA test launch launching in 3 months. That's all right. That's all right with me. So we can build an artificial satellite. We do need to actually get some research going. So I'm going to go with, let's go with a booster first. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we can actually select like an order in which we're researching. We have to go one after the next, which is annoying, but surely we should be able to change that sooner or later. Geez, and there's a lot of things which you can research as well. So, that was quite a fail. By reaching the first error, you've unlocked the moon. Yes, indeed we have. So we can select the celestial bodies. There we go, there's the moon. So we can select what we're going to do. Have I not researched? Okay, we need to research the ESRO-2B. So let's actually maybe research that first, right? And that's over here, the payload. Okay, get a funding review in 8 months. And I think all we need to do now is just go into the next turn, right? Well, here we go. Rocket science. After analyzing data from your recently failed test launch, researchers have identified several improvements that can be made to your booster technology. Sometimes we can learn more when things blow up, a particularly enthusiastic engineer commented. Give that engineer a raise. I like his optimism. So we've gained 150 science. So that should smash out this. How much science does this need? 300. So we'll get that a little bit quicker. Let's go to the next month. And there we go. We've completed that. So now we are going to be able to do this mission or select it. We actually haven't completed the test launch. So both America and Japan are probably going to achieve success. I mean, I was quite ahead of them, but because I was so greedy and wanting to get the test launch up and running, didn't really go anywhere. So yeah, these guys are well ahead of us, but I will be well ahead of them with my artificial satellite. So before we've even, the first time I did this little playthrough doing this myself, I actually got the artificial satellite before the test launch as well. So seems like it is a bit of deja vu. So let's select our payload, which we've already unlocked. So the ESRO 2B. Now there's a couple of different payloads which you can get, being that the variants. So you'll see this a little bit later on. I'm sure you guys have already seen this. The Mars Horizon team have been marketing this game quite heavily as well. So you'll be able to see some mini games, but let's go with the stock standard ESRO 2B, which is cheaper than just the, well, at least some of them. I guess the power one. Prototype, that's got a higher chance of failure, but I'm just happy with the standard one. 100,000. And let's go ahead and build that payload. There we go. So that's going to take us 2 months again. I need to set the research, and for the research here, let's go with a, man, it's a tough choice. But to get Earth orbit, we are going to need some of these things here, aren't we? So yeah. All right, let's go into the next turn. I guess it doesn't really matter too much what we are going for in terms of research as of yet. Okay. So first and second, Japan, and, well, NASA first, Japan second. We haven't even made any moves here. At least, well, we have, but we're not really focusing on that. Let's go back into the next month. So we finished research, and we finished the topos. Is that what it was called? No, that was the we finished the ESRO 2B. So this is the payload that we will be launching quite soon. Let's select the vehicle. So we need to design a new vehicle, and we do not have, I think, any parts here. So we do have this stuff. So we've got, oh, so we've just researched it's a PAS, right? I think so. All right, but I want to go back, but I don't think we've researched the booster that we want, or have we? Ermitude, I guess I have. All right, that's good. Sweet. So now we need to just get the upper stage, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, of course, you didn't make sure that you are able to lift the payload up. So the upper stage is able to carry the payload, so that's not an issue. And the booster's also not an issue as well. It's able to push up all of that. Got the small launch pad, and as you can see, all green ticks. So it's looking pretty good. So I'm happy with that. And now all we need to do is click confirm. So in 3 months' time, I'll see you guys later on the flip side. And I just love how quickly we are getting these buildings approved, which is great. So China's done their little test flight, test launch really. Doesn't matter too much. Let's have a look at what we can do here. Unlocks mission training payload reliability. Okay, well, let's go with launch reliability. That sounds pretty important. And then we'll go with the research as well. So that way we can research things a little bit quicker, which should be handy. And let's go to the next event, which actually wasn't the happiness complete but it actually was the research. We finished the research, which is good. So sometimes it doesn't always come up here, of course, because you just finished the research, and we can build something new, which is the rocket test pad. Let's have a look at. So clearing out some of these trees also does give us like an extra cost. So, I mean, I can't really afford to do too much land clearing, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Got to do what we've got to do, and let's get into the next month, which means that happiness is complete, which I guess is this ship, right? I was wondering, what the hell is happiness? But I guess that's the name of the satellite. Would make sense. Alright, so let's select a launch date. Here we go. We can select January, which I guess... So sometimes there is training involved, which the longer it takes to... Well, the longer the launch window, the more training your engineers and your astronauts have, and the better chance of success. But here, we haven't unlocked that just yet. So let's go select January and confirm the mission. And next month should be pretty exciting. Alright, so we're not making any more money, which is a bit of a shame. But we do have the big artificial satellite launch. And there better not be any rain. Better not be any rain. Otherwise, it's going to get nasty. And look at that. It is blue skies here, my dear. Looking pretty promising. Alright. So, excellent conditions. Give us much better odds too. Let's go ahead and continue. Launch up. And it should be all the way up to Earth orbit. Good launch. Very good launch. Well, we've cleared everything up here. So here's the moment of truth. This is where we crashed last time, or exploded. It seems like we are well onto orbit. Very nice. Looks like that was a great success. 75%. Secure launch. Alright. So once you get to these little green bits, you actually get like extra bonuses as well. But we're not there yet. We haven't got that launch reliability. But this is the little mini games I was talking about. So this is where it comes to like improving your payloads. Pays off. So this is basically just like a mobile game, really. There's nothing too in-depth here. But so you need to get 2 wireless and 2 of these data, or 2 signals and 2 data to achieve the mission. Or you get a bonus if you get 3 signals and 3 data. You also have a limited amount of turns, which very similar to like mobile games. So we get 4 power, but we can also recharge our power for a turn. We get 2 moves a turn at the moment. So let's go ahead and get 2 of these signals going. There we go. So we've got 1 signal. That's for sure. I'll accept that. Should get another, hopefully. Beautiful. So that's that done. But I do want to get the 50% reward, so there is a little bit of logic involved. Okay, so now, next, I think I'll go get some power. And I'll also get atmospheric sampling, which takes 1 power, or an extra power, and it also takes in a little bit of the comms. But that's not really a problem, because we still had 3 more turns. So, ooh. Fail with the data, but we can resist, which gives us this command's output will be reduced by 1 data unless you spent 1 energy to resist the event. So I will resist the event, and that'll give us 3 data. Beautiful. Next up, all I need is, well, I can just wait it out really. I get some more power. And I should get this wireless. Oh, geez, that was a fail. Signal fail, but we can resist it. There we go, and we get some more wireless. And the last turn, let's make sure we get this bonus. So let's go recharge the power, and let's hope for the best that we get the signal return test to succeed. Should be good. So we'll get the power. As you can hear the alarms in the background. Oh no, this is looking nasty. Looks like no luck. And I'm not going to be able to resist it, so... Damn. Close, but no cigar. No bonus mission. But that was pretty good. We came first with the artificial satellite, which gives us quite a bit of approval. Look at those mission rewards. Very nice. 200 extra research as well for the next 2 months. So that is quite a bonus for us. And the Soviet Union is only, like, they're a year behind us. That's how far ahead we are. But that's pretty much it for the training. Is it? No, it's not. There's still a little bit more. Oh, we can actually build something. So there's a couple of different missions, but let's go firstly build this research lab, right? That would be an idea. Do we have the money for it? I think so. There we go. That definitely eats up into a little bit of our money. Let's go into the research missions. Now we can go animal in space or lunar orbit. Oh, we can get some better vehicles. So let's go with the Jupiter booster. So that enables us to get to the moon, I think. Does it? No, sorry. The upper stage of the Jupiter allows us to get to the moon. Whereas the Able, well, the Able actually does allow us to get to the moon, but it doesn't have as much of a capacity for the payload. A little bit higher reliability. A little bit more expensive. That's alright. But the Scout only allows us to get back into Earth orbit. So we don't really want that. Let's go for Jupiter. Now, that's that done. Rocket test pad complete. Okay, so next up, let's go back to Earth and check out some of these missions. So once we complete 3 milestone missions, which are these ones, these main ones, we'll get a reduced vehicle research cost for 6 months, which is going to prove to be quite useful. We also have these request missions, which are just little bonus ones, which do help us out a little bit. But of course, the milestone missions are where the pay dirt really is. And as you can see, we get to Mars later on. And Era 4, multi-planetary species. So you get quite a bit of research here, but I'd imagine these guys take quite a while to research. And I'm assuming there's going to be quite a lot of DLC with this stuff, because I mean, we are talking about space here, multiplanetary species, so we can explore the far reaches of the universe, I'm sure, sooner or later. But until next time though, guys, I'll see you later. Hopefully you have enjoyed my little comeback. I'm not quite sure how much or how many videos I'll be making, but hopefully, as I keep on saying, we'll be back for more very, very shortly.